Hello, good morning, one and all. Hello. Hello.
Good morning, sir.
My voice clarity ga unnama?
Yes, sir.
Okay, amma. We can start the class. Okay. My board కనబడుతుందా?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we are going to come to your last unit. That is your state-based analysis of your control system. Okay. So far we are going to consider the first unit. We can study about your different type of control systems and what are the different type of your mechanical system, rotational system, and what is the analogous of your electrical systems. That is the analogy which we are going to take in between your electrical to mechanical and rotational to your electrical. So that means what are the different type of your analogous systems based upon your node analysis or the mesh analysis. So for your force voltage analogy or the force current analogy, that we are going to mainly taken. In your second unit, there we are going to consider how the control system should be mainly represented. For this, we are going to study about the two different type of your representations. One by using with the help of your block diagram reduction, and second by using with the help of your signal flow graph. So for your case of your block diagram reduction, there we are going to applying the different number of rules which we want to going to be able to minimize the given block diagram into a simplified form, and finally we want to going to find out what is our transfer function. The transfer function which we are going to consider, that is the output by input, that we are going to representing as our transfer function. And whereas for case of your signal flow graph, it is also one of the most important technique which we are going to use for your reduction of your given diagram. For that, by using with the help of your Mason's gain formula, there we are going to be able to see that all the overall transfer function of the system that we want to going to determine. And then later on we are going to consider to see converting the block diagram into a signal flow graph. From this also we are going to be able to find out what is your overall transfer function. Okay. And the next unit we can see about your time response analysis. So we are going to providing the what are the different time domain specifications and what is the different values of your first order system, second order system, and how we are going to be able to define the order of the system, type of the system, and what are the various error constants, that is your Kp, Kv, Ka, that is positional error constant, velocity error constant, acceleration error constant. These three should be called as well static error constants. And next unit we are going to see about your stability analysis of your control system. From this we are going to consider what is your RS criteria and as well as called as my Monda result is going on your root locus. So from this we are going to define about your stability of your system. So whether the system should be called as a marginally stable or the unstable or totally stable. For that we are going to consider that two techniques which we are going to use, that is your root Erwin criteria is one technique and root locus is your another technique. There we are going to be able to determine about your stability of your system. And next one, unit 5, that should be called as my frequency response analysis. In this we are going to consider the response which we are going to determine in your S domain, that we are going to convert it into my sinusoidal response. That means replacing the S by j omega, simply the response should be called as a sinusoidal transfer function. So, and then what are the domain specifications and how we are going to be able to find out the gain margin and phase margin by using with the help of your frequency response plots. For that, we are going to consider what is meant by Borel plot and what is meant by polar plot. Now we are going to consider of your last unit, that should be called as your representation of your control system, which we are going to take in respect of your state space analysis. So now we are going to consider to see what is the basic introduction that we are going to require for your state space analysis. What is meant by state space analysis and what it has going to mainly represented. In this case, this analysis technique which we are going to consider, that is the most important powerful tool, and as well as quite as a technique which we are going to consider for the analysis of your control system. So this state space analysis should we are going to consider by taking with the help of your approach that should be called as my state variable approach. What the analysis which we are going to consider, which you are going to take in with the help of your state variable approach. This approach is one of the most important powerful approach, and as well as quite as it is the one of the most important technique which we are going to take in for the analysis purpose, and as well as quite as the design of your control system. So what are the different type of systems which we are going to consider, that we are going to take in with the help of your state variable approach, which we are going to take in for your analysis and designing of your control system. So for that case, we are going to consider the following are the different type of systems. The following are the different type of systems that can be mainly carried out by using with the help of this particular method, that we are going to call it as a state variable method, or by using with the help of your state space method. So what are the different following systems which you are going to consider? The one should be called as my linear type of systems, and second one should be called as the non-linear type of your systems, and third we are going to call it as my time invariant systems, and fourth one should be called as time varying systems, and last one should be called as multi-input multi-output systems. So at the time of your classification, we are going to consider to see that what are the different type of systems which we are going to mainly classify due to with respect of your different type of your regions, where the different type of systems should be mainly classified. In that case, these are the different following systems which we are going to consider, that we are going to use for performing the analysis, and as well as call it as the design of your control system, which we are going to take place by using with the help of your state space method. For that, what are the different type of your systems that we are going to satisfy? We are going to consider either your linear or the non-linear systems, and either we are going to consider time variant or the time invariant systems, or we are going to consider it as a multi-input and multi-output systems. So that means that number of inputs which we are going to consider, and as well as the number of outputs which we are going to mainly produce. So what type of the systems which we are going to consider, that should be the mainly takes place. So in this case, this particular state variable approach, and as well as quite as my statement method, what is the analysis which we are going to consider by using with the help of your state variable approach. This particular approach should be mainly considered. It is a modern approach. It is a modern approach which we are going to consider. What the state variable approach which we are going to mainly use for performing the analysis and as well as quite as a designing of your control system. So this particular approach should be mainly considered. There we are going to take in very easy way. This particular analysis which we are going to consider, there we are going to provide very easy way to perform the analysis, which we are going to take in by using with the help of my digital computers. So what the modern approach which we are going to consider by taking with the help of your modern approach, which is nothing but called as your state variable approach. This approach should be a very easily which we are going to perform for your analysis of your control system, that we are going to take place by using with the help of your digital computers. What about the Walden methods which we are going to consider? So what is your Walden methods which we are going to mainly consider? In this case, what the Walden methods which we are going to consider, that we are going to take in for your analysis. There we are going to performing the analysis, that we are going to take in by taking with the help of your the transfer function of the system. So that means what we are going to study in your previous units. What we are going to mainly study in your previous units. In order we are going to employ the transfer function of your system. What type of your different analysis which we are going to mainly obtain. All the analysis should be called as a old methods. What the recent and the modern approach method which we are going to consider, that we are going to take in by using with the help of your state variable approach, which we are going to take in for your analysis and as well as quite as a designing of your system, which we are going to take in by using with the help of your digital computer. So for that case, what the older method which we are going to consider called as your transfer function of your system. So this particular method which we are going to consider, there we are going to providing the drawbacks which we are going to take in the transfer function model and as well as quite as my analysis. So what are the drawbacks which we are going to consider? So what are the drawbacks which we are going to consider, that we are going to take in your transfer function model and as well as quite as a what are the various analysis which we are going to mainly perform by using with the help of your, which we are going to mainly obtain with the help of your what the various methods which we are going to take in for your transfer function. So mechanical system kavachu, block diagram reduction method kavachu, signal flow graph method kavachu, time response analysis kavachu, frequency response analysis kavachu. Avన్నీ కూడా we are going to consider to see that what the analysis which we are going to mainly carry out, in order we are going to take in with the help of your transfer function of your system. For that case, what type of your drawbacks which we are going to consider? There we are going to providing the 4 important drawbacks which we are going to take in. In this case, what the transfer function which we are going to mainly define, what the transfer function which we are going to mainly define, that should be mainly defined under your 0 initial conditions. What the transfer function which we are going to mainly define, that we are going to consider under your 0 initial conditions. That is your first drawback. And the second drawback is, what is your transfer function which we are going to consider, that should be mainly applicable, to your linear time invariant systems only. That should be mainly applicable to your linear time invariant systems only. So whereas for your state space, that we are going to mainly applicable to your 5 different type of your systems. So that is your linear system, non-linear system, time invariant system, time variant system, and the MISO systems. Okay. So, and whereas for your next drawback, the third drawback which we are going to consider for your transfer function is the transfer function should be mainly considered, that should be mainly restricted to what the transfer function which we are going to consider, that should be mainly restricted to only the single input single output systems. Okay, the transfer function and the analysis which is going to consider, that should be mainly restricted to only single input and single output system. So that is a third drawback. And the last drawback should be mainly considered is this particular analysis which we are going to take in with the help of your transfer function of your system. This particular system should be mainly considered which does not provide information, which does not provide information, regarding the internal state of your system. Regarding the internal state of the system. So this particular transfer function of the system analysis which does not provide any information. Okay. So these are the four major drawbacks which we are going to take it in your old methods, which is going to take in for the analysis for the transfer function of your system. The first drawback is the transfer function should be mainly defined only under zero initial conditions. And the second drawback, the transfer function should be mainly applicable only to your linear time invariant systems. And the third one, the transfer function is restricted only to your single input, single output systems. And the fourth drawback, it does not provide any information regarding your internal state of your system. So for this case, what are the four drawbacks which we are going to consider? All the drawbacks that should be mainly overcome by using with the help of your state variable approach. So what are the drawbacks which we are going to consider in your transfer function of your system for the analysis part? These type of your drawbacks which we are going to consider, that should be mainly overcome by using with the help of your state variable approach. In that we are going to consider what the analysis of your control system which we are going to consider, that we want to going to take in, and as well as we are going to be able to see the design of your control system, that we are going to take in with the help of your state variable approach or by using with the help of your simple state space method. Okay. So in this case, what the state variable analysis which we are going to consider, that we are not going to limit it to only one particular system. What the analysis of your system which we are going to consider, what the state variable analysis of your system which we are going to consider, that should not be mainly applicable to one system. This analysis should be mainly considered that can be mainly applicable for any type of your system. So what are the following systems which we are going to consider in your previously? Based upon with the help of this, we are going to say that the state variable analysis should be mainly considered that it is going to mainly applicable to any type of your systems. That is either the linear or the non-linear, time variant or the time invariant, and as well as a multi-input and multi-output. Any type of the system should be mainly considered. So what the analysis should be mainly taken? So what the analysis which we are going to mainly taken, that can be mainly carried out. So that can be mainly carried out by taking with initial conditions and can be mainly carried out also multi-input, multi-output systems. Okay. So what the state-based analysis which you are going to consider, that can be the mainly carried with initial conditions, and as well as that can be the mainly carried down to your multi-input and multi-output systems. So in this conceivable case, what the most advantage of this method is, it does not necessary that the state variables representing the physical quantities of your system. So that is the most important one. There we are going to choosing the some state variables. So for this analysis of your control system, which we are going to taken with the help of your state variable approach, there we are going to define some variables. That variables which we are going to define with respect of your state, that variable should be called as my state variables. Okay. So for that case, what the different type of your state variables which you are going to consider? What are the different type of your state variables which you are going to consider for this particular systems? There we are going to representing the physical quantities of your system. There we are going to representing the physical quantities of your system, and what that but the variables that does not represent the physical quantities, that those neither measurable or the observable. Okay. So what the state variables which we are going to consider for your particular given system, there is we are going to represent some physical quantities of your system. So what are the state variables which we are going to consider? That variables what we are going to choose, that neither measurable or not observable, that we are going to choose as your state variables. So what the state variables which we are going to consider, what we are going to choose, that neither measurable nor observable. So what this type of variables which we are going to choose, that may be chosen as my state variables, which we are going to mainly choose as your state variables. Okay. So what are the state variables which you are going to represent with respect of your quantities of your system? So what variables which we are going to consider, that neither measurable nor observable, that type of variables which we are going to choose as your state variables. So based upon with the help of this, what are the drawbacks which we are going to consider in your transfer function? The drawback should be mainly overcome by using with the help of your modern approach, that approach which we are going to call it as my state variable approach. Okay. So now based upon with the help of this, we are going to consider to see that what we are going to call it as my state space formulation. So based upon with the help of this particular approach, now we are going to consider to see what is meant by state space formulation. So what we are going to call it as my state space formulation. So in this case, what is the state of the system which we are going to consider? For every state of the system which we are going to consider, for every state of a system which we are going to consider, there we are going to maybe provide some set of variables. There we are going to providing there some set of variables. For every state of your dynamic system which we are going to consider, there we are going to providing there some set of variables. So what type of your variables which we are going to mainly consider for your dynamic system? That variables we are going to known as state variables. Okay. If we are going to consider some dynamic system, for this particular system, there we are going to providing the some minimal of set of variables. That particular set of variables which we are going to consider, that variables we are going to call it as my state variables. So these particular state variables which we are going to consider, there we are going to providing the knowledge of this particular state variable which we are going to take it at time t equal to t naught. So what the state variables which we are going to consider, these particular state variables, there we are going to providing the knowledge of this variable which we are going to take in at time t equal to t naught. So this case which we are going to consider, that we are going to consider together with respect of your knowledge of your inputs, that we are going to take in for your t should be made greater than or equal to t naught. That we are going to completely determine the behavior of your system. So what the knowledge of your state variable which you are going to consider, that initially that we are going to take in at t equal to t naught, and as well as together by taking with the help of your knowledge of your inputs which we are going to take in for time t greater than or equal to t naught. By combining these together, there we are going to determine the total behavior of your system when we are going to take in call it as a time t, that should be made greater than call it as my t naught. Okay, so the completely, that is the t equal to t naught value, and as well as the knowledge of your input which we are going to call it as a t is greater than or equal to t naught. By combining of these two, which we are going to determine about the complete behavior of your system, that we are going to consider at time t is greater than or equal to t naught. So this particular case, what are the different set of variables? What are the different set of variables which we are going to describe the system at any time instance, that we are going to call it as my state variables. Okay. So what is the definition which we are going to call it as the state variables is a set of variables, which we are going to describe the system, which we are going to be able to describe the system at any time instant. Instant lo aina kuda, if we are going to be able to describe the system with respect of your variables at any time instant, that with respect of your variables, that we are going to call it as, my state variables. Okay. So what are the different set of variables which you are going to describe the dynamic of your system? So by taking with the help of your set of variables, which we are going to be able to describe the system, that we are going to consider at any time instant. So at any time instant, which we are going to be able to describe the system by using with the help of your variables, that we are going to call it as my state variables. ఒక స్టేట్ ని డిఫైన్ చేయాలి అంటే నీకు కొన్ని వేరియబుల్స్ కావాలమ్మా. ఆ వేరియబుల్స్ ద్వారా మీ యొక్క పర్టికులర్ సిస్టమ్ని డిజైన్ కానీ అనాలిసిస్ చేస్తూ ఏ ఒక పర్టికులర్ టైం ఇన్స్టెంట్లో చేస్తున్నారో అక్కడ ఏ వేరియబుల్స్ యూజ్ చేశారో ఆ వేరియబుల్స్ని దట్ we are going to call it as my state variables. Okay, that we are going to call it as my state variables. So in this case, when we are going to consider in the formulation of your state variables, when we are going to consider in your formulation of your state variables, in the formulation of your state variables, so there we are going to consider in each system which we are going to take in for the formulation of your state variable, a system should be mainly consisting of, a system may be consisting of some m number of inputs, p number of outputs, and n number of state variables. Okay, so for the formulation of your state variables, a system should be mainly consisting of some m number of inputs, p number of outputs, and n number of state variables. So what the representation of your system that we are going to representing as, what the representation of your system that we are going to representing as? So what is the state space representation of system, or the state space representation of system, or we are going to call it as, so let us, we are going to consider that we are going to call it as my control system. For that we are going to consisting call it as some m number of inputs, so which we are going to representing as some inputs which we are going to call it as some u1 of t, u2 of t, and so on up to um of t. So this one that we are going to call it as, which is nothing but the m number of input variables and p number of outputs, that should be called as a y1 of t, y2 of t, so on up to p of t. So which is nothing but called as my p number of output variables, the p number of your output variables, and we are going to call it as the n number of state variables, that we are going to call it as the x1 of t, x2 of t, so on up to xn of t. This we are going to consider. So this value should be mainly considered. That should be called as my the n number of state variables. So that means what we are going to mainly observe in this, what we are going to mainly observe, that total state space representation of your system, there we are going to consisting call it as m inputs, p outputs, and n variables and state variables. In this case, what is the notation which we are going to consider for your representation? What is the notation which we are going to consider for your representation? Simple representation. So we are going to consider quite as my control system. So here we are going to consider the input should be quite as my representing quite as my u, and output should be quite as my representing quite as my y, and state variables which we are going to represent quite as my x. Okay, so what is the total representation which we are going to consider? This figure that we are going to consider quite as my the state space representation of your system. So ఈ యొక్క పర్టికులర్ యూనిట్ లో ఎక్కడైనా మీరు ఇన్పుట్ అనే మాట కనుక కనపడింది అంటే that the letter which you are going to representing call it as my u. So this we are going to call it as we are going to mainly consider call it as my input, and y should be called as my output, x that should be called as my variable. So ఈ టోటల్ గా స్టేట్ స్పేస్ రిప్రజెంటేషన్ దగ్గర ఈ యూనిట్ మొత్తంలో ఎక్కడైనా మీకు లెటర్ యు అనేది కనుక కనపడింది అంటే దట్ వి ఆర్ గోయింగ్ టు రిప్రజెంటింగ్ కాల్ ఇట్ as my ఇన్పుట్. ఎక్కడైనా ఎక్స్ అనే వేరియబుల్ కనుక కనపడింది అంటే దట్ వి ఆర్ గోయింగ్ టు కాల్ ఇట్ as my స్టేట్ వేరియబుల్, and the y that we are going to representing call it as my output. So for your case of your representation of your system, there we are going to mainly consisting call it as, m number of your input variables and the p number of your output variables and the n number of your state variables. So in this case, what this particular system should be mainly considered? If we are going to consider more than one input, that we are going to call it as a multi-input. If we are going to consider more than one output, that we are going to call it as a multi-output. So therefore, the total system which we are going to consider, that we are going to call it as a multi-input, multi-output system. So what the first following system which we are going to consider for the analysis and design of your control system, for that the last one we are going to call it as my multi-input and multi-output systems. So there is a t should be called as a time instant. The t should be called as a time instant, which we are going to representing at the time instant t. There we are going to represent what this particular system. Okay, so for that case, there we are going to mainly consider what the state should be mainly consisting of m number of inputs and y p number of outputs and the n number of your state variables. The total representation of your system which we are going to consider, that we are going to representing as a particular block. So there is this figure should be mainly considered. There we are going to representing as a state space representation of your system. In this case, we are going to call it as x1 of t to xn of t, that we are going to call it as my state variables, and u1 of t to um of t, that we are going to call it as my input variables, and y1 of t to yp of t, that we are going to call it as my output variables. So based upon with the help of this, what the total variables which we are going to consider, that we are going to representing as my matrix. What is the state based representation which we are going to consider? Based upon with the help of this date, we are going to see above for it as the what are different variables which we are going to consider. What are the different type of your variables what we are going to consider in your state based representation? That should be mainly representing as the maybe representing as by the vectors. So what are the different variables which we are going to consider? That may be mainly represented by the vectors, that we are going to consider as my column matrix. That we are going to mainly consider quite as my column matrix, which we are going to mainly show. So for that we are going to consider quite as my some input variable. For vector we are going to call it representing quite as my input vector. So that is the capital U of t is equal to what are the variables, input variables, that is u1 of t, u2 of t, so on up to um of t. And next we are going to call it as my output vector, which we are going to call it as my y of t is equal to y1 of t, y2 of t, so on up to yp of okay, yp of t. And what the state variable vector should be mainly considered? What the state variable vector that we are going to consider, that is x of t is equal to x1 of t, x2 of t, so on up to xn of t. Okay, what the state-based representation which we are going to consider? If we are going to mainly represent as a vectors in the column matrix as input vector is u of t, output vector is y of t, state variable vector is x of t. సో మీ యొక్క పర్టికులర్ యూనిట్లో ఎక్కడైనా కూడా మీకు ఈ టర్మ్స్ కనుక కనపడితే, ఎక్కడైనా మీకు ఈ యొక్క పర్టికులర్ టర్మ్స్ కనుక కనపడితే u of t అని కానీ y of t అని కానీ x of t అనేది కనుక ఎక్కడైనా కనపడితే మీ టర్మ్లో immediately we are going to get in your mind the u which we are going to representing it as my input, the letter u which we are going to representing it as my input, and letter y that we are going to representing it as my output, and the letter x that we are going to representing it as my state variable. So based upon with the help of this, for this today's class we are going to study about what is the basic introduction that we are going to require for your state analysis. For this we are going to study what is the advantage of your particular state analysis and what are the drawbacks which we are going to take in your previous methods, and what are the drawbacks which we are going to consider. The drawbacks should be mainly overcome by using with the help of your state-based analysis. That is one modern method. And then how the system should be mainly represented. The state-based representation of your control system that we are going to representing as my three. That is the input variable, output variable, and state variable. The input variable should be mainly representing it as the m number of input variables, and the p number of my output variables, and n number of my state variables. So the letter u which we are going to representing it as my input, and letter y that we are going to representing it as my output, and letter x that we are going to representing it as my state variable. So in the next class we are going to consider to see that what is meant by state equation. In the next class we are going to see what is meant by state equations, and as well as what are the different type of your state models which we are going to consider for my linear time variant and linear time invariant systems. Okay, so in the next class we are going to see about what it is what are the state equations, and as well as what is the state-based representation for your linear time variant and linear invariant systems. Okay. అర్థమైందమ్మా మీకు introduction? What about the introduction for your state-based analysis?
Yes, sir.
Okay, no? Thank you, Aman. Thank you. In the next class, we can see about your state equations. Okay, now? Thank you, Aman. We can leave the class. Thank you.